What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. This time you with me, Bobby, as I go ahead and give y'all my top 5 free agent targets for the NFL 2023 offseason for your Chicago Bears. Y'all know we gonna get into it, plus more right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we already know that the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles, in the front office, they got a long list of needs that we need to go ahead and touch up on for this offseason and it's free agency and upcoming draft. But I wanted to come in, dive into free agency, and give my 5 free agents that'll be out there and to see if the Bears can probably bring some home. Bring them on to Chicago, get them to sign with the crew so they can go ahead and fill the void. Number 5 on my list, I'm going to go linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds from the Buffalo Bills. This guy's 24 years old, 4-year veteran, already a 2-time Pro Bowler. This year had 102 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 3 QB hits. I think that this guy is young. He come in with a 4.5 speed, so that means he can run sideline to sideline. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the Chicago Bears, that's one of the areas that they need to, get better at. And that's the linebacking spot. I think these guys need to go ahead and figure out what direction they want to go in. And I also feel like if you can go ahead and bring a guy in with his type of talent, that'll be able to help your defense. I think the guy, still has to get better in coverage, but at 24 years old, come on, y'all. 24 years old, already a 4-year vet, been solid. You can't go wrong with that. You want to add more talent to this team if you want to be a winner. So let me know what y'all think. Number 5, Tremaine Edmonds. Now, number 4, I got Draymond Jones, defensive end from Denver. 25 years old, 4-year vet. In 13 games this season, has 6.5 sacks, 47 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 10 QB hits in 13 games of action. We already know that the trenches needs to be reinforced in Chicago. The trenches need to be reinforced, and that's just what it really is. We suck in the middle and the edges of the D line. And then on the offensive line, I believe the tackle spots are good, but the interior O-line needs help. But for this particular one, I think that Travis Gibson and Dominique Robinson, I believe they are more of rotational players. I believe you go out and try to get yourself a Draymond Jones, he will be able to help out with that defensive end spot. Get some rushes and whatnot. And still a young guy, 25 years old, but he is a veteran, so he will bring some youth to your locker room, but also a veteran presence. And I think that's what the Chicago Bears need. And I believe that's the direction that they're trying to go in. So, number 4, Draymond Jones. Plus, I also think that, with the money that they gave up Russ, they're going to have to, they're not going to be able to keep a lot of pieces. They're going to have to build through the draft, have some cheaper contracts. And I think that this guy will be able to, if the Bears looking at him, they'll have a shot. So, number 3, I'm going to jump to the offensive side of the ball in the trenches. Ethan Pocic, center from the Browns, 27 years old. Throughout the entire season has only been called for 1 penalty and only has given up 2 sacks the entire season. I believe that the Chicago Bears need to go out here, and I think the O-line should be a combination of youth and veterans. But I feel like the center spot should be reserved for a veteran to hold the young guys accountable. I believe that this guy's he's 27 years old. He started off with the Seahawks, I believe, and now he's with the Cleveland Browns. So, yes, he's been in 2 different locker rooms, 2 different situations. But what I like about him is that, for one, he's not an old vet. And plus, he comes from a run-heavy offense in Cleveland, and if the Bears are able to prime away he'll be involved in another run-heavy offense to where, he can showcase his talent with the O-line for the Chicago Bears. You know what I'm saying? Now, there is an article out there that said that he hopes to re-sign in Cleveland. So the chances are very slim. But if Ryan Poles works some magic, throw him a few extra dollars, who knows? We'll see. So that's number 3, Ethan Pocic from the Cleveland Browns. Number 2, I'm going Ben Powers. That's an offensive guard from Baltimore. He's a 4-year vet, 26 years old. So again, got some youth in there. You know what I'm saying? Got some youth in there, but he is a vet. You know what I'm saying? Played all 17 games this season, has been called for 1 penalty, and has given up no sacks. So kudos to Ben Powers. And I think that if you have a Braxton Jones, if you want to stick with Borum, he's okay at the right tackle. But I believe that if you can go ahead and bring this guy in, you will add definitely some strength to that interior O-line, because Mustafa and Cody White continuously would get him blown up, in their scheme, and it was not good. You know what I'm saying? Getting blown up within the games, and we definitely need a haul. Everybody gotta go. Interior line gotta go. No more Cody White here. Cut him. Save some money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe ever is a reserve. They might keep him, consider him. But I'm just fed up with him. But my number 1 free agent prospect for the Chicago Bears will be Darren Payne, defensive tackle from the Washington Commanders, 25 years old, in 17 games of action, 11 and a half sacks, 64 total tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 20 QB hits. And man, with a player like that, if the Chicago Bears are able to bring in this guy to help out in that interior D-line, and then somehow, some way, still be able to get Will Anderson or pair him with the Jalen Carter, look out. I just think that can secure him, and then pair him with one of those young generational talent guys, we'll be set, baby. We'll be set. So I think that'll be pretty damn good, just to get a guy like that in here, a guy that knows what it takes to be a part of a good D-line, because he's a part of a good D-line over there in Washington. So you'll just have to see what you can get. Ryan Poles, he wanted Larry Ogunjobi, that fell through from a foot injury. Maybe Ryan Poles be willing to throw some money at this guy, tell him to come on and play for the Windy City, and let's make things happen. 25 years old, you still got another 5-6 years out of this guy if you can lock him up. Let's see. Sometimes you get, more, with 25 years old, you could probably get more than 5-6 years. That might be pushing a little bit and just being a little bit too optimistic, but at least I believe at the minimum you can get 5 for real. So he's 30, and then you reevaluate. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about the list. Number 5, linebacker Tremaine Edmonds. Number 4, Draymond Jones, defensive end. Number 3, Ethan Pocic, center from the Browns. Ben Powers, a guard from the Baltimore Ravens. And then number 1 for me will be Darren Payne. That's a must for me, man. That's a must. Him, I believe the trenches is a must for both sides of the ball. So y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all thinking, man. Y'all are for real. So, and of course, if y'all like what y'all listen to today, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you want to send us any emails, hit us up at chicagobearcentral@gmail.com. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Shy Bear Central. If you want to leave us a voicemail and get involved with these mailbag episodes, send us a voicemail to our number, 773-242-9336. This is another episode of Chicago Bear Central. And the way my man Hayes ended, I'm going to end it the same way. Bear down. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.